I'm live. I guess I can see your comments at the bottom if anybody comes on. Just got some gas. I was able to get some gas. If you saw the previous video, I was able to get some gas out of that big tank. I kind of had to lift it up on a table, open it up, and drain it. So it wasn't the most, I guess it was the best way to get it done. I'm not going to do one of those things where you stick the hose down that hole and end up with a mouthful of gas. I don't want to do that. So I was able to get up on a table enough where I could kind of tilt the table, and it went down into a bucket, and then poured the bucket into my gas can. So I got about filled up a 5-gallon gas can and a half of one. So got like 7.5 gallons, I guess you would say. So now I'm gonna just see if there's any other gas stations I can kind of pop into here. There's one up on the right. There's no backup in traffic, so I'm gonna say they're out of gas, but we'll take a look just in case. We got these fools. The worst drivers are the old ones. You would think they, you know, with age and time, you become more experienced in life and be able to put your wisdom on other people. And these people just don't know how to do that. Yeah, this gas station looks pretty dang empty, but we're going to look just in case. Good. Yeah, I don't think there's any gas here. No gas. We're sold out of Premium 93. Yeah, they're just diesel only. So that's not going to work. No gas here. So there's just no gas. So fortunately I had some already from mowing lawns. I had some gas. And it's funny, last week I was going to go and fill up some of my gas cans, and I didn't. And then all of a sudden that storm came on, and I guess it's just a timing thing. But I'm going to take what I do have of gas over to where my generator is, where the family's going to be staying. My wife and 2 kids with some other family members. They're going to be staying at a location, and I'll be staying with the residents of our ALF. Let's go. So it's going to be interesting. I have some neighbors that are actually just staying. They're not making any plans. And I don't know, because we all were taken by surprise with the last storm and the way the water came up, and that water's supposed to get higher this time. So I guess they're planning on chancing it by, you know, going upstairs, I guess, if the water starts coming in. But what do you do if, you know, because none of them are putting boards up to protect, like, once the windows break and the pressure comes in, that could lift your roof. So I don't see any of them doing that. So I don't know what their plan is, because it got to a point real quick in our neighborhood. The way it filled in, we're kind of like a little circle, almost like a U where we're located, and that filled up pretty quickly. And everything down at the bottom of that was filled with water. So unless, I told a couple people, hey, if you're planning on doing that, park your car, at least one car, at the front of the neighborhood, because by the time you get out to the main road, the elevation's higher, so they can park their cars up there. Park your car up there, and then if you have to, because the water's not going to get that high, you could trudge through it up to the front of the neighborhood, and you have a vehicle you can get into, because you can flood your vehicle out very quickly trying to get it through that stuff. Hello, Great Horn Knights. Dave, how's it go? David, how's it going? A5, yeah, yeah, it is. Protect, yeah, stuff can be replaced. Like I said, I'll show the video if we get to that point, if I make it that far, of all my albums. They are in bins. I kind of filled them up as I went along, getting other things done in the house. So I filled up 12 bins of my records. Luckily, I'm not like some of you guys who have 10,000 records. I would just, I don't know what to do. I have just over, I probably have like 1,200 albums, I think. And it took 13 bins to put them in, bins I was happy with. I put some cardboard around it to protect the albums and everything. But I packed them up. Now I'm like, they're heavy as hell. I tried to pick one up. I'm like, I can lift it, but it's upstairs. So I have to get them downstairs. And I'm like, I have some places I can take them to, but they're ready to go. But it's last on the list. Like if I have some time tomorrow, I might move them to a different location, and that's it. But you're right. Everything else we're taking in consideration, like where's the family going? Like, my daughter who's in a wheelchair, we got to make sure she's set, and we've got that all figured out. So we don't need to move until tomorrow, get everybody where they need to be. So everybody's packing all their, kind of like we're going on a trip. Everybody packed their suitcases to have plenty of things to wear, to change into, whatever. Oh, and I'm stuck in a lane. What's going on here? So it's kind of like everybody's going on a little mini vacation. So that part's getting taken care of. So when we're ready to move, we just load up. I have a minivan loaded up, boom, one shot, and we're there. Yeah, we saw the effects of, I don't know if I click it. No, I guess I don't know how to. I can't show the messages, but yeah, Mother Nature can be a witch. Yeah. Because I feel bad, really bad for the people in the next neighborhood over next to us, because they did get flooding up to 6 inches or more in some of their houses. And that's the part I'm worried about, because there's so much stuff from them trying to get all their stuff out into the road. And now you have flooring that's come up with tiles and wood floors, and I think partial, drywall, because I'm sure they cut off as much as they needed to of their drywall, so they can just replace the bottom part. So it looks like they're cutting off pieces of drywall and throwing it out there. If this one comes through as like a 4 or 5 or whatever. Hi Pedro Luis, you subscribe, thank you. Yeah, this comes through to category 5. It's supposed to go down to a 4 or 3 by the time it hits us, which is still going to be pretty significant, but better than a 5. And that stuff's going to go flying. All that stuff is going to be freaking everywhere, man. That's the thing. So they're going to see some damage. They're going to get probably flooding like they did last time. So I feel bad for them, and my neighbors who are just, we're going to wait it out and see. That's not a great idea, because if you don't know where you're going, you try to go ahead and book a hotel somewhere in Florida right now, away from this area. Forget it. We found one in Jacksonville, and it's still kind of like close to a waterway, and if that thing goes through, that water can come up that way too. Now, I think we'd be all right like in a hotel, but the cars can get flooded out. But do you think you're going to wait last minute? First of all, you know how many people are sitting there going, oh, I'm kind of waiting it out, I'm going to wait, and then they go, oh, I need to get out. It's going to be backed up. It's going to be like bumper to bumper traffic all the way out of the state, and good luck. So you're going to be in your car hoping you don't run out of gas right in the middle of a storm. So either need to, pardon the pun, but shit or get off the pot at this point. Get out. If you're going to do something with your house, today's the great day to do it, but I'd get out tonight at some point, because the roads, the traffic's everywhere. Gas stations are closing down. I'm looking over here to see if I can get gas. No. In fact, there's one across the way. I can't really see over that, but I believe there's nobody over there, so that one's done. Well, Thornton's, they closed. And my daughter went to go get gas, and it was the same. She was like 20 minutes after I went to the same place. But I went, but they had bags on the nozzles, but somebody was filling up their tanks, so a couple of us lined up, and we were able to get our gas. And it wasn't I put 87 in my car. I don't put the expensive stuff in there. We filled up okay with the bag on it and everything. But when she went there, she got up to it, started filling her gas can up, and somebody came out of the store and started yelling at her, said, we don't have any gas. But they had gas. And she's like, I don't know what to do. My daughter's not confrontational, so she's like, well, I put a little bit more in, then I left because everybody left. And I'm like, well, are they hoarding it? Are they hoarding it for somebody else? Because if they have gas, you can shut off your pumps. That's what everybody around here is doing. If you go up to any pump, it says pump shut down or whatever, something indicating that this pump is not just out of order, it's shut down. And why they didn't do that, I don't get it. So I don't know if they were hoarding the gas for somebody else and not letting other people in. That's the kind of what I thought was going on. And they thought people might just see the bags and go away. But if it doesn't have that, everybody goes up and looks at the ones with the bags, and we look at the screens, and if it doesn't, if it shows the zeros and there's no other message on there, we go for it. So if there's a danger to it, they can cut off that gas. So I don't know what the situation was, but I don't know. But she got some gas in there. I have a full tank now, so that'll be fine if we need to take off. We've got a hotel booked, and we're trying to figure out if our plan is, if we get everybody ready to go at our assisted living facility, my wife's going to take the kids in my van and just head up to the hotel that we have reserved, because they're allowing us, we can cancel as late as like just before midnight tonight. We can cancel that place. So we'll have to make a decision, and we'll really know what we're going to do. Either way, she's going to stay with the kids at the location I'm going to now. If she doesn't go to the hotel, she'll be with the kids, period, and her 93-year-old mother, so, who seems to not even really be aware of what's, I mean, she's aware of what's going on. She's very alert. She's she's not a 93-year-old who's out of it, but she's just like, you know, where do we need to go? You know, she's not worried at all. She's like, I've lived 93 years, you know, what the hell. So she'll be with the kids, and I'm going to stay with the person who helps take care of our residents, and I will be kind of just there to help them. She knows what to do, but, you know, I don't expect her to work around the clock 24/7 for a couple days. You know, I'm going to be there to help her out, so we'll be able to sleep, you know, in different shifts or something, or just see how it goes. And then we're going to hopefully get through this thing. You just don't know what's going to be affected. I don't know if I'm going to go back and find my house gone. I don't know. You never know with a hurricane. This is the most real that I've felt a hurricane. This is the most, I don't want to say scared, but most like my anxiety's running high right now with this one, because it's going right to us. You know, that's the thing. We had enough to worry about with it just going by us out in the Gulf. Now it's going like right to us, and I've seen what it does. So houses on the beaches are just going to be gone. Some already are from the last one, just from the wind and things like that got wiped out. So I can imagine what this one's going to do. Let's see, do they do contraflow lanes so northbound and southbound go north only? I don't know, David. I don't know what they're doing out there. Contraflow lanes so northbound and southbound go north only. Yeah, they haven't yet. I haven't seen anything on the news, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing out there. I see a lot of people still, you know, some people are just walking around. So some people are gonna hunker down, as they say over here. But I don't know. But this location's good. It won't flood. You know, the only thing, it's low. It's 1 story, so yeah, it should be all right. I just brought everything back out over here from last week. Now I got to put it all back in the garage over there. But this might be the location where I bring my albums if I get that time tomorrow. It's going to be like a freight train, a straight line, no curves. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So I'm not going to keep you guys holding. I'll come back up. I'm just going to kind of come up and down as the day progresses and keep you guys in the loop from what I'm seeing. Right now, the weather we're getting right now, they say has nothing to do with the storm. It was just going to be rainy anyway. It feels like a storm's coming, but this would have been a normal weather pattern, I guess, whether that hurricane was out there or not. So, all right, well, I'm going to jump off for right now, and I'll come back up later and keep you guys updated. I'm filming some other things so I can put a video together. Usually I do something with albums related to it, but I think I'm just gonna kind of do a video on this whole experience. So, and I forgot my camera too. I use my phone, but I have another iPhone I use just for doing my videos, and I should be shooting some things just to get all that. So anyway, I will keep you guys updated. Talk to you later.